Yo, man, I don't even know what episode we on right now, cause we've been running that shit up, and I've been drinking right now. I was drunk through this whole episode. Tiana didn't drink shit, but she said something on here, and I just was editing this. She said we was talking about homeless people and how people take pictures with homeless people to get credit for what they done or whatever. And she said people doing it for the picture instead of doing it for the bigger picture. And that shit just goes with life in general. Everybody worrying about a picture instead of the bigger picture, bro. That was a fucking bar. Hey, yo, she dropped a lot of Jews throughout the podcast, and she's just a dope person to have a conversation with. So just tune in, man. This was a dope episode. Welcome back to Let's Keep It 100 podcast. She got a mask on. She says she feeling sick and shit.
I'll take it down for the introduction.
Tiana Lanee. That's your name, right?
Yes.
I want two names. Because when I introduce myself, I just say RB. That shit just bland. Like, that shit corny. I want like a second name. Like, most rappers got two names and shit.
You're not a rapper, though. Keep it short. RB
Keep
is
it short.
straight and to the point.
Straight.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Okay. But we gonna get right into it. This your second time on here too, so I appreciate you.
Your first time was when, like what?
Like a year ago. Just like a year ago, I think. Yeah, this your second time on here.
Yeah,
You always show us love, so.
You all set up, you big time, yeah.
I ain't big time.
You got Hennessy sponsoring you in the background.
I wish. Yo, that's the goal, man. We trying to be brand ambassadors for any liquor company. I don't give a fuck if Old English give us a deal. We gonna be drinking Old E's 40 ounces on this motherfucker, you ready me?
What about Mad Dog?
Fuck yeah! I'd rather drink Mad Dog than Old E. Fucking right. Any liquor sponsor we can get, we taking that shit. Watch when we blow up, watch. They gonna be knocking on the door. But look, everybody talking about all this independent woman shit, all that. Mm-hmm. So what's an independent woman? You an independent woman?
Absolutely.
What make you an independent woman?
Because I'm not dependent on nobody else but myself. So anything that I do, anything that I get, it's through me. So that's independent. I'm not relying on no man or a parent or a sponsor, whoever. Like, it's
so
all me.
If a dude on a tight time like, man, listen, take a couple weeks off your job, I'm gonna pay for everything, all your bills, all that shit.
Absolutely. Being as though I do that for myself now. Like you saying, if a man came and
did that for you. Yeah, like say you met Floyd Mayweather. Mm-hmm. I'm sure 9 times out of 10 his woman don't work. But they could have been bossed up before they met him. Because you gotta be in some position to meet a guy like that. Mm-hmm. 9 times out of 10. So if you stop doing what you were doing, are you still independent? I don't think you are.
I mean, at that point you become dependent on a man. Mm-hmm. I feel like if he's offering to, come in and take care of your bills, blah, 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 that's fine. But if I'm working like a regular job, something that I don't even want to do to begin with, right, just to make ends meet and somebody comes to do that, then, I would accept the offer. But you should still take that time to figure out what you want to actually do, so that you're not just sitting there relying on a man.
So what's up with the woman that want men to do all this shit that they can't do for themselves?
So this is my thing. This is what I told you. This is my thing. I literally just posted something. I don't remember exactly what I said, but basically, you should have, like, if you're somebody that don't have nothing, you like not doing anything to try to make yourself have these things, you can't have an expectation of, an expectation for somebody else to do things that you're not even doing for yourself.
Right.
Like, if you don't have nothing, you shouldn't expect a man that got his shit together to come and take care of you. You're not his kid. If you're a woman that got your stuff going on, you're doing for yourself, then absolutely. You should want somebody that's on your level or somebody that's able to meet you where you are, but you can't have somebody that don't have nothing at all, and then you come with your hand out expecting somebody to do a bunch of stuff you don't even do for yourself.
That's why I tell niggas all the time.
So no.
If she ain't posting that shit on her gram, bro. If you see her posting Olive Garden and when she meets you, she wanna go to fucking Ocean Prime and all that shit. No, because she see you going there. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, and it's and that's my thing too. Even for the men, it's like, you should want a woman that's on your level as well. Like, unless you're just willing to start saving all these hoes and you want to be super dad to a bunch of females that don't got nothing, that's looking for somebody to basically raise them, you shouldn't even want to put your money into a female like that. You should want to invest and, you know, ball out and do whatever you're doing for a woman that got her shit together and is going to have her shit together whether you're in the picture or not.
But women as well, because there's some men that are very dependent on women.
Exactly.
Because I remember one time I was talking to this older woman, and she we go get drinks or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a young boy. Like, first of all, she is like a perv because I'm like 19.
Oh, this was when you were
I was a kid, probably 19, 20. I don't know nothing about these high price drinks and shit. So look, I'm in there, I'm thinking I'm doing something. I'm drinking Henny or whatever. She get this splurgy, crazy drink. That shit came to $52. I still remember. I look like.
You can ever remember the exact
price? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, what is this? It was like some mixed up martini type shit. I don't know. It was something fancy though. Mm-hmm. And I looked at I'm just look. She like, you know what? I'll pay for it myself. And she left. She left me.
No, she did not.
She left me. But it's like, that's why you should fuck with people on your level that's able to do the things you want to do.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, like seeing potential in a person and this, that, and the third, and wanting to help them level themselves up. But they got to have that drive within themselves. Like, that's the only way that I'm even giving it the time of day. If I see you trying to make something happen. If you're not making nothing happen, you just looking for the next handout, then that's a problem. Like, you deserve to be right where you at, and I'm not paying you no mind. But if it's somebody, like you just said, that's on your level, then that should be the way you want to go. Especially when it comes to dating and spending your money and investing your time in a person. It's like, why lower yourself to another person's level if they're not even trying to level up?
Shout out to all the independent people, period.
Yeah. Because these days, every female is looking for a handout. A lot of these males is looking for a handout. So it's like...
You can't depend on nobody because most people want fraud. And that's like going to get into the next show. We're going to talk about like just integrity and just people keeping their word. Mm-hmm. I was talking to my man. We had something going on or whatever. And I hit him up multiple times. I'm like, yo, bro, don't forget you still want to do that for me, right? We still on with that. Mm-hmm. He said, bro, I gave you my word. You and God called me and all that. And I had to think, I'm like, yo, it's so fucked up out here that most people just be bullshit. Like with you hit me up last week. She had a bad hair day, yo. But you hit me up and let me know, you feel me? Yeah. And then you let me know today, like, all right, we still on, boom, boom, boom. Like, I appreciate that type shit. So, like, why people don't keep their word nowadays?
Because they don't know what keeping their word mean, and nobody ever kept their word to them. So they just, it's normal. You're not used to you're not used to another person keeping their word, so now that's just how you are as a person. But it's messed up. Like, these days, I don't even trust people to tell me what time it is. I still got double check. Just to make sure. Like,
why not just say, like, if you're not able to do something, I've watched somebody lie to somebody to their face and say they won't do it. And I'm like, I know this nigga ain't gonna do it.
Like, just to make
just seem like you're pleasing
another person.
I can't do it right now.
Exactly. It's that simple. People be scared or don't want to seem like they this or they that, but now you're just gonna be looked at as a fraud. So just keep it. What y'all say? Keep it 100 from keep it 100 from the rip. Then it's like it's no problem.
For the most part, I'll try to just be straight up honest with everyone, man. Mm-hmm. If I ain't got it, I ain't got it. If I can help you, I'm going to help you. Everybody know that. But I'm not going to, like, it's the word, especially when y'all do that shit to y'all homies in jail. Y'all had them waiting for something and spinning them. Mm-hmm. You can't do that shit, man. All they can do is just accept it. Mm-hmm. Oh, he can't do it right now. You got something going on.
Yep.
But let's, you ever, like, had self-doubt?
Self-doubt?
Yeah, like you doubt yourself.
Yeah, I feel like I have, just with certain things that I was trying to do, even with what I do now, like with my outlet, I used to doubt myself, like, is people really going to be into, you know, stuff that's not drama, or like, you know, news that's not drama filled or shade. I used to feel like that, like it's probably not going to take off like how all these other platforms are, because everything is surrounded about.
What's your platform?
It's toomuchinfo.com.
That's your Instagram too, right?
It's too much info. It's a positive entertainment and celebrity news outlet. But I really did used to feel like that sometimes. Like, is anybody gonna really be interested?
And how many followers y'all got now?
38,000. So we getting up there.
38K with these hoes, you feel me? I remember she first started that joint, man. First started that joint, but it's good to like put that positive energy out there, yo. Mm-hmm. I mean, we love the negativity, don't get me wrong. But I feel like the older I get, the less I want to see that shit. Like now, I remember when I was in like the 9th grade and shit, I used to go on World Star and look at people get beat up and shit. I used to love it. It used to get my blood flowing. Now I'd be like, oh my God. Like, is he okay?
Right, now it's different.
That shit different. I'm about to be 30. Like, that shit hit different now, man.
Mm-hmm. It's like the older you get, the more mature you get. Stuff just start getting draining after a while.
I don't like seeing all the negative
This is what it came to. It seemed like this is what everything has come to.
How can you push more positivity, though, on people and make positivity the thing to go to? Opposed to people, you see a lot of people doing stupid shit to get popular, doing some just dumb shit, negative
honestly, like, as far as pushing it on people, it gotta be in them. Like, people gotta wanna have the urge to be positive or hear stuff that's positive or be around positive energy. Some people just ain't it, like, they ain't got it in them.
What's positive, though?
Stuff that's uplifting you, something that's taking you to the next level, something that's making you feel good. Like, that's positive stuff. Something that's making you want to get up and go.
What you think about people posting them doing positive things like good deeds and stuff like that?
Now, I feel like if you're somebody who has an organization or a brand or something that surrounds you doing something positive, then it makes sense for you to post because that becomes a part of your content for whatever, brand or outlet or organization you have. Mm-hmm. But as far as people that's literally with the homeless person, like, I just gave them $1. Like, who you doing that for? I don't like stuff like that. Like, it's like you doing it to get praise. Like, you doing it just for the picture instead of for the bigger picture. Like, you just want some type of like response, and that's not genuine. And I don't understand it. I don't
feel like it's genuine either. Like, I really just felt so good the other day. I was on my way home, like doing a trolley. You're my close friends, right? Mm-hmm. And I saw the old heads down there. I had a bottle of Henny on me. I'm like, I don't need this shit tonight. I'm getting off work late as shit. It's like 11 o'clock at night.
Right.
I poured that Henny out. I said, yo, y'all drink Henny? Mm-hmm. They like, hell yeah.
Of course.
I'm like, y'all got cups? Pour all them motherfuckers some Henny.
Oh, wow.
They was happy as shit. They wanted to hug me. I said, oh, yeah. I said, back the fuck up. Fist bump, man. He said, yo, man, I really appreciate that shit. I didn't want to post that shit. That's why I just posted my cup and my close friends. Like, I just gave them da-da-da. Exactly. That shit made me feel good to make somebody else day. Yo.
Right, but you didn't have them on blast while you doing it, showing the world. Like, it was just a feeling you had, the aftermath, and you wanted to share that. That's completely different. But you see these people literally giving food to the homeless. Or I think, who was it? Tommy, you know Tommy, right? From Love and Hip Hop. Okay, well, she just
that's a girl. I remember who that is.
I think she was doing something, and I don't know if she ended up like cursing the homeless person out, but she was doing something. I would assume it was some type of good deed that might have went wrong, and I could be completely wrong about the story, but it's just the fact that it was even posted online. Like, a lot of that stuff be humiliating too to them homeless people. Like, you don't know who family that might be or what. I wouldn't want nobody recording me in my worst time.
Most of them people off, like, in the head.
Yeah. So stuff like that, it's just super, it's not genuine at all. It's like you're just doing it for a view. Like, it's corny.
When you do, like, good deeds, is it more so for you or for that person?
For me and that person, because it make me feel better. Yeah. And I know I'm doing something to make them feel better, so both. But more so the other person, because whatever I'm doing, I'm sure they need it more than me.
Speaking of like homeless people and all that, right? Mm-hmm. When shit not going your way, when you feeling down, like what's like a coping mechanism for you? Because I remember you.
What?
No. I remember you used to be stressed out and all that when you was in school.
When I was in school.
Yeah,
when I was in
stressed
school.
The fuck out.
Oh no. Yeah, that was different. But honestly, my coping mechanisms, definitely music. Music gets me in my bag. Like that, music helps a lot. That's just a part of me. Other than that, talking about it. So talking to my mom, that's like my number one go-to person. or just going to somebody that I know I can talk to and they'll listen and understand. That's my biggest thing. As far as coping with stress with school, I don't know what I did to get through that. I don't know. I don't recall, but I used to be stressed out.
I remember.
But certain stuff is like you gotta deal with. So a lot of times you just gotta feel stressed.
What do you do though? Like when just life period, when life just knock you the fuck out, like how Javante knocked that last night. Sometimes life hit motherfuckers like that, and what are you gonna do?
You really gotta keep going. For me, like I said, music might be my thing sometimes. Sometimes I don't want to hear nothing. You gotta pray, because that's definitely what I do, pray. And get up. Cause like what you gonna do? You gonna stay down? Like you gotta keep going. I don't care if you in school or you at a job. Like you gotta do what you gotta do to get yourself out of it. So like life don't stop.
Yeah, I feel like it could be worse.
Right.
That's my whole thing. Like if you still alive, it could be worse.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't dead.
Be dead.
It is what it is. You still can strive. You still can just keep going, man. I feel like I know somebody that killed themselves over some shit. Like his girl cheated on him. Killed himself.
Not over another person.
It's like this shit you just gotta keep going, man. That shit not that serious. If you all the way down here, all you can do is come up.
Exactly. That's my point. Is like life goes on. Like something else is gonna occur. Like
nigga, they gonna post you for 2 days and then forget about it.
Exactly.
I ain't trying to go out like that. Y'all niggas be trending for 2 days when y'all die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's right back to normal. So yeah, you gotta keep going. Honest to God. Because otherwise, you gonna stay wherever you at. Then you gonna turn to other things like drugs and alcohol and stuff that's gonna make you feel better, but you still gonna be in the same spot. Like, so.
Was you ever did you ever turn to what would you ever turn to when you was in a dark place?
I don't think it was ever really that deep for me to feel like I had to turn to something. I'm emotional, so I cry a lot. Like a lot of times when I cry, that's what makes me stronger. I just let it out. But I never got to a place where I felt like, oh, I gotta turn to something. Like it just never got that deep for me. Like I'll cry, I'll wipe my tears and move on.
So you never been depressed?
I feel like I've probably been in a depressed state at some point, just with different personal issues. But once again, mentally, I know I have 2 different platforms. I still got stuff that I'm trying to do, so I think about those things, and it just brings me back to real life. I never got so dark and in a depressed state where I just didn't know what to do.
How do people get there? I don't know how people get there to the point where.
A lot of it is people that suppress their emotions too. If you walk around every day acting like there's nothing wrong, and you don't let it out, eventually you're gonna build up and you're gonna snap, and people gonna be like, oh, you should have checked on your strong friend, or you should check on people. There's a lot of people that walk around with suppressed emotions. They need to let it out, whether it's to a friend, a family member, a therapist. That type of stuff is normal. Walking around.
What about men?
That's the biggest thing. Y'all got a bunch. Now I'm not gonna say y'all because I don't know your personal.
No, me. But I'm like that.
People have a lot of
express nothing.
And it's why? You're a human. You got emotions. You got feelings, just like the next person walking around with blood in their veins. Nobody's.
Because it's always been that narrative. If you cry, you solve. And then it's when you tell people something, they usually betray you. That's
why you gotta know who to tell. And if you feel like it ain't nobody you can tell, that's when you seek a therapist. They don't know you, you don't know them. Their job is to listen and to take you to the next level to get past whatever, was the problem. And that's normal. People just look at it oh, a therapist, that mean you crazy. No. That's somebody that don't know you from a can of paint and is gonna give you their observation and opinion on how you can become better. So you gotta, a lot of stuff, it's a lot, everybody can use therapy. Ain't nobody on this earth perfect. Absolutely, I'm actually about to start. Yeah, because I have my own personal healings and just, trying to be the best woman I can be while I am here, and to just let go of a lot of emotions that I had from different things, in the past, and just become free and clear again and just move forward. Because that's what they're there to help you. Learn how to deal with yourself.
Would you say a white therapist or a black?
A black female.
Black woman?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I'm a black woman, and black women know what other black women go through.
So let's say you see her for a while. Would you want to see things from a different perspective sometimes? Someone that.
Like a black male? I would definitely go
a black
to
man or a white woman.
I'm not going to anybody that's white. We ain't got no connection. Period. Like that's me. You don't have you can't understand the same pain that I feel. You ain't even the same. You're not my breed. You're no. I'm gonna stick to what I know and who I know, and who I know will understand. So no, I would definitely do a black female therapist first, and then second option male.
You able to sit down and open up? Like, I'm sure it'd be tough to a lot of people that really got real dark, like really got demons.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to sit down and just express that.
But for me, how I feel is not tough, because especially if I'm talking to a therapist, because you don't know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have no.
If I could wear that mask in there, I could wear it.
Why? That's just another shield. The point is supposed to be to unshield everything and completely open up. What you got to be nervous for or scared of to sit in front of somebody you don't even know and talk about you?
Because people are afraid of the truth.
Right, but if you're afraid of the truth, you're going to walk around being afraid of the truth for the rest of your life, and you ain't going to never, get past it.
So what about the people that done some fucked up shit, they can't even look themselves in the eye, like they can't look in the mirror?
Well, I mean, at some point you're going to have to, or you're going to die that way. Like, so at some point you have to look yourself in the mirror. Even if you start looking at yourself in the mirror and start talking it, outside just to yourself. Like, that's a start.
Is it good to talk to yourself?
Why ain't it? Everybody's different. If that's your way of finding some type of peace or feeling like, okay, I'm doing something, about whatever, or I'm finally opening up. Even if you're opening up to yourself and just hearing yourself say certain things about, whatever you've done or whatever have hurt you, anything. That's still a way of letting it out until you go to the next level of talking to somebody else.
I talk to myself all the time.
I do too.
All the time.
At least I know I'm listening.
Real right.
You be talking to people or talking to another person, it's like you talking to yourself anyway. So, because they ain't listening, you might as well be. So, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong.
How you know, like, if you venting too much, like, to somebody, like your significant other?
If you venting too much, it should be no such thing as venting too much with your significant other. I should be able to tell you whatever. So if I'm venting too much, then that's the problem.
Like, oh my God.
Oh, well, if I'm burning you out, okay, next. Like, I'm burning you out, that's what you're supposed to be here for.
Right.
So if I'm venting too much, then we got another problem that's at hand.
What do you look for in a man?
I don't like that question. I don't like that question. I don't like answering it. I don't like answering it.
No, I just want like far as like that type of stuff, like support and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, definitely somebody that's supportive. Maturity is a big thing for me. Cause
how old are you?
26, about to be 27.
You're 26.
Yeah. Maturity, that's number one, because we all know men mature much,
way
slower
than women. Because I'm not mature. I'm not ready yet. I gotta get it out of my system.
And I feel like a lot of men don't even really know what
maturity is. I don't even know what I want. Like, I'm not even.
And that's fine though. Like, a lot of people are. You what? About to be 30?
I'm 28.
Okay.
But what I'm not gonna do is put a lock on a girl and string her along like I want to be her.
Yeah, that's
a lot of these niggas do that. Be lying, capping. Right. I'm not gonna do that.
That's respectable, and you shouldn't string nobody along. You should be able to let that be known. Because if you're not ready for something, why pretend? Then just end up hurting the person anyway. That's unnecessary.
Start it over. Alright, we back, y'all. You know, I'm the cameraman, I'm the doorman. I do everything, bro.
That's how it's supposed to be. Especially
that shit burn though.
The story. You gotta be able to do everything.
This one girl asked me like to do her, like be her, like host for her, cause she got a podcast and she liked the chemistry when she came on her, but I don't want to do that.
You focus on your own first.
Yeah.
That's gonna be too much. Then you're gonna be trying to promote that and this. That's a lot.
It is a good vibe, but I can vibe with certain
Why y'all
people.
just be certain, like, guests on each other's shows, like, for a certain amount of episodes?
We'll see what happens. But back to you. How do you shoot your shot?
Like what?
Look. We off the Mike Tyson questions. We
How do
off
I shoot my
the life
shot?
questions.
I'm guessing you mean on Instagram.
Just in period.
All right, well, for Instagram, at least, because that's where a lot of the shots get taken.
I'm going to add her to you.
How do I shoot my shot? Literally, I don't, because I've never been the type to, like, approach men unless it's that deep, like, but it's never really been, like, that serious, because usually somebody would catch my drift. But, like, if I like a certain amount of your pictures at the same time, back to back, then you know. Like, because I don't have no reason to be on your page just liking stuff back to back. Like,
so you ain't blunt. Like, a girl sent me my picture the other day. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I'm not that blunt, especially on social media, because it's like, that's different. In person, I don't feel like I've ever shot my shot to nobody in person. I'm really trying to think. Yeah, I don't think. It's always like they approach me, so I never had to.
That's how I shoot my shot. I'll send my address.
What?
I ain't got no rec. I'm sending you my Addy and fuck the phone number all, man. I'm sending my address.
You better not be sending your address.
You won't pull up.
You better not.
Disclose location. You feel me?
You is not.
That's how we carry. No, I don't shoot no shot. I talk too much shit, and then girls gonna be.
But you remember how we met? You walked up to my table at Friday. I was like, oh, he's bold. You gotta respect that. I was out with my girlfriend eating. You walked up to the table. This was years ago. You was so bold.
Was that
so
like
I was
2016, 15?
It had to be. Yeah, like 2016. You was bold though. You gotta respect when a man's that bold. Cause usually they gotta be around their friends.
No, I don't need. I don't need an entourage for nothing. I'm pulling up.
That's all facts.
If you see something you want, go get it.
That he was real bold. So yeah, most people not like that nowadays. Literally, I bumped into somebody. Well, I didn't bump in because I didn't know him, but I was parked somewhere and it was this guy. He was in the parking lot with another guy, and he was like, "Yeah." He walked up to me once I was coming back to my car, and he was like, "Yeah, I had my friend. I made him wait until he was done." He was like, then I told him to leave when she was coming back. I'm like, "For what?" Like, he was like, "Cuz I just made him wait." I told him, "All right, she coming back. You can pull off. You can pull off." I'm like, "What?" That was so weird. Right? It was so weird. I'm like, "You did all of that for what?" Like, it was just
so
weird.
You rather him just stay there by himself?
I guess, because first of all, I wasn't paying either one of them no mind to begin with. I was doing something, but I.
You know what I feel like with most women?
What?
I feel like if a guy that's attractive, like let's say it's an attractive guy and a guy that you're not attracted to, they both can do the same approach. The attractive guy gonna get over him, because the weird guy, you're gonna be like, he's creepy. Why would he do that shit?
The weird guy.
The attractive guy, y'all gonna say, that was cute.
But what did they do though? Because attractive or not, if you do some weird shit, then you weird.
I don't know. Like, let's just say they've been persistent. They've been real persistent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It depends. It all depends. Because you can be as cute as you want to be, but if you move weird, then.
Do you go off looks? How much do looks play?
Well, that's the first thing I see, so that's probably number one.
But what if you're missing your blessing from it could be like an unattractive person?
Well, I mean, if it's somebody that I don't find attractive on that level, I'm definitely off for like us being cool. But I'm not gonna just like engage with somebody that I don't find attractive.
I see some of the cutest woman with the ugliest niggas.
I mean, so some people, you know.
So you don't see into people's souls. You don't think.
No, I definitely see into people, because I've been with people that wasn't attractive, and I just now am finding that out. Because you look back on stuff like that. What was I
this nigga for?
I swear to God, I literally look back on certain people and was like, what was you thinking? Like, what was up with you back then? I look and I just be like, damn, I would never claim that, like, ever.
Alright, yeah, I want to get in that, because it's some chicks, I talked about this on the episode with my young boys, and it's like, I hit this girl one time, and bitches try to take advantage of me because I drink. Look, man, I hit this girl, she looked like she got hit by a train. I was so disappointed in myself. And she told everybody.
Oh my God.
I'm like, yo, I'm not catch like that. Like, you telling everybody, but supposedly everybody wanted to give me some. And she accomplished that. So that's when I first knew that girls just like us.
What, with us talking and running their mouth? That's different.
Women just like men. They want to fuck certain niggas and then they gonna go tell their girlfriends.
But
man,
like,
I fuck that nigga.
What you getting out of that? I don't know. I'm different. I'm not.
Do you tell your friends what you do?
As far as what? Like, no.
Sexually.
No. First of all, my friends, if I'm talking to somebody and I'm dealing with somebody, then they know about that one person. I'm not hitting this and that and running back to my girlfriend. It's all about kind of who you are as a woman.
But then you say before, like on the last show, like your friend told you that she had sex with a dude you was talking to.
Oh yeah, but that was no. If we talk about the same situation, that was somebody I was going with at the time, and she told me like she was telling me like a couple years back we messed around, but like I don't even feel like I don't know that situation was real weird. But that was somebody I was actually in a relationship with that she was telling me about.
So I posted the other day. I feel like the man when I walk past two girls.
I saw that.
And I know I had sex with both of them. Mm-hmm. I had sex with these two girls, they're sisters.
What?
And I don't think they know. But I think they might know.
You knew they were sisters?
Yeah.
But, you talking about yeah.
But I met them two different ways
okay.
though, you feel me? Mm-hmm. Met them two different ways. But the whole thing is, what I put at the end is, I feel like the man, but how do the girls feel? Because the girls could, like nowadays, the girls could feel like, yeah, we passed that nigga around. That's how some girls think. Like, man, he ain't shit. We both fucked and we passed
him around. That's not cute though. Like, even if y'all did, it's like, first of all, that's not, I don't even have girlfriends that I have slept with people. Like, I don't have that interaction with nobody. Whereas though you could say, well, we could both say we mess with the same person. Mm-hmm. Never. Like, never. So I don't know how that interaction goes. It's very weird to me, like just my opinion, but I don't have no friends where we mutually mess with the same person and we high-fiving about it.
When is it like going too far, like with your friends and your significant other?
What you mean?
Like how much can they be, like how cool can they be? Or
no, see, yeah, listen, like my significant other, of course, and you've been around for that amount of time where now you know my friends and you've been around them and stuff like that, y'all cool. Like, y'all cordial, y'all speak, y'all can kiki, but, like, it's at that. You only know them because of me. Y'all only know them because of me. Right. So it's like, respect the boundaries. I don't play that,
Respect the boundaries. I like that.
Like,
what about your significant other's friends, like niggas? Mm-hmm. Do they be like a little too?
No, even like with no. Everybody, I feel like it's the same way, like vice versa. Like people, friends, they stay in their lane, but of course, it's a mutual thing. Like, what's up? Like, you such and such peoples, but it ain't a thing where we got a personal interaction. No.
Look, I was with this girl one time, right? My man came and dapped me up. We shake hands or whatever. An hour later, when she left, she sent me a screenshot. She like, ain't this the boy that came up and shook your hand? He liked her whole page.
For real? The same day or it was like
same day?
Oh yeah, no, that's weird.
I'm like, yo,
that's weird. Crazy. You gotta watch your friends at that point. That's very weird and it's inappropriate. Like, it's one thing if like y'all all were mutual friends prior and like people not to what you said about him liking her pictures, but like it's one thing to have connections with people because y'all already knew each other prior, like, and now y'all mess with each other.
How much should y'all associate? Because like one of my favorite shows right now is the 50s on ABC.
I never watched it.
What is it called? Life for Life?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that shit is amazing. But the dude, he been in jail for like 10 years or something. He fighting for his life or whatever. But his best friend, he was close to his wife. Mm-hmm. He met his wife through him. Mm-hmm. But he was always there to comfort her when he was in jail and she stressed out, crying and all that shit. And now they want the fucking.
See, that's the problem.
Ain't that fucked up?
It's one thing to be cool. Like, you should be able to have a conversation, like, you know, an appropriate conversation with your significant other's friends, but it should never get to a point. I don't even feel like y'all should have like each other numbers unless it's something that's absolutely necessary. Like if somebody's in jail, you know, or if something happened to somebody and your significant other is like, yo, reach out to her for me, cause whatever. But outside of that, y'all shouldn't even have each other's numbers. Number one.
But all right, let's be honest. You an attractive woman. If you got a boyfriend. You don't think that some of them guys here around attracted to you?
They don't look attracted. You say, do I think they attracted to me? Or
you don't think? Do you think they are attracted to you?
I've been in a relationship where my boyfriend's friend was giving off them type of vibe. Like we went on a trip one time, and I could just tell the way he was looking at me. But I didn't, you know, I just minded my business because I'm not about to make it out to be something that I don't know. Like, but I could just tell, like,
I don't know the vibe.
But, you know, it was never there. Like, it was always a high and by thing when I'm with my man and you happen to be around. But, yeah, you never know, honestly. I've definitely had a situation where I felt them vibes, though, from my boyfriend's friend.
When I got a girl, man, I'm not a cheater. I would never cheat on my girl. I would never want to make no woman feel that little. Because I know how that shit feel.
That's a lie. I don't believe that. Like, I just listen.
No, I'm dead serious. I would never cheat. But that's why I haven't committed to anyone either.
So that's
I'm
respectable.
honest with myself, but if I commit, I would never cheat. I'm dead serious. I would never cheat.
So don't commit till you ready to be like that.
Exactly.
So that's good. People need to have that mentality. Like.
But if I ever committed to a girl and I meet your friends, it's high and by.
That's what I'm saying.
It's always like that J. Cole song, "Love Yours," is so real. Cause it's always going to be something better. You gonna find something better in everything you see, bro. If you traveling, you gonna see something better. Like life is about discipline. If you can't discipline yourself, you gonna lose out here.
Exactly.
Cause you're just willing to jump for anything.
Exactly, and it make you real easy. Exactly. That's not cute.
And I see a lot of girls throw that at niggas nowadays too. Anybody can get that thing.
That's not attractive. The same way y'all don't like girls, that's easy. We don't like a man that jumped at every piece of
nothing worse than a girl, than your girl coming back at you like, you could at least fuck the bitch that look better than me. You fuck this bitch? That's the worst.
That stuff is not cute. Like, we want a guy that's not as accessible either. Like, cause it makes you look like you're easy. The same way with a female, it holds the same type of weight. It's not cute. Just not to me.
So what if a guy you was talking to had sex with somebody prior and you ain't? You already went through that. A guy had sex with somebody before you knew.
Wait, what?
Like before you.
If he had sex with somebody before me.
But they're your friend.
What you asking me?
I'm saying like if he did that and then you know, like that's your friend or whatever.
Would I mess with somebody that I know was messing with my friend, basically? No. Like, that's breaking the code. Now, if it's somebody
let's reverse that shit, like, from what happened with you.
Right.
Let's say because you know niggas would be lying.
Yeah.
So you already deep with him, like, you got feelings, you call feelings. Are you gonna stop talking to the
knowing, but I caught these feelings already knowing.
You didn't, but you didn't know. You didn't know he lied to you.
Well, but it was a question, and like, did he mess with my friend? I would have figured it out from her. So I mean, he could lie, but I would ask it. I'm kind of confused. Like, if she told me, "Oh, I used to mess with this person," why would she lie about messing with? Like, I don't know. That's a weird situation. Like, if it's a person that I know that my friend messed with, I wouldn't even be in a position to talk to this person. Now, if this is somebody that I start dealing with and me and her never had a conversation, you know, until me and this person got deep, like, hey girl, this is who I talked to, and she ended up being like, oh, I used to mess with him. Then it's a sticky situation because it ain't like I knew going into it. But,
Alright, look.
I'm private with my stuff, so I don't have these type of problems.
You private or you sneaky?
No, I don't have a boyfriend to be sneaky, but I have somebody that I deal with right now. But no, I'm private. Like
you keep your shit under wraps.
Yeah, even with friends, like you can't always trust friends neither.
You can't tell these hoes
right,
nothing.
So I'm
listen,
very private.
I just heard my mom on the phone. My mom on the phone. My mom say, "Yeah." She said she gonna give me that deal. She said that's between me and her. I said, Mom. She said that's between you and her, and you on the phone telling somebody else right there. Like, what the fuck?
This is what I'm saying. That's
you can't trust. You get somebody gonna tell somebody.
Yeah, no.
Seek therapy. Just go talk to that white man or whatever the fuck y'all gonna do. Because these people gonna tell y'all business. These niggas gonna tell you business.
Yeah. I don't trust a whole lot of females at all. So I'm more so private.
Me too.
Very private.
Me as well.
So yeah.
Listen, this segment, I'm working on this segment. It's called Keep It 100 or Cat.
Okay. So, I like that.
So, you gotta say either you gonna keep it 100 or you gonna fraud, you gonna cat.
Okay.
So, he asks if you talk to someone he knows.
You definitely gotta keep it 100. Because the person can find out either way.
You'd rather find out from you than know.
Right.
Okay. You then enjoy the sex and he asks, was it good?
I'm definitely keeping it 100. You even gotta finish that question. I'm definitely gonna keep it 100.
So what you want to tell him?
That it wasn't right. If it's somebody that I'm, liking and feeling, we gonna have to have that conversation if you think.
How important is that conversation?
It's very important.
With sex, because y'all don't. Not to get into your personal business, but how many times have you orgasmed? Like, have you really had an orgasm?
In the same sex?
Like, just with guys. Every guy make you orgasm?
Not every, no, not every guy. Okay. Not every
exactly.
guy. Not at all.
So how important is it to have that conversation? Because one girl might like one thing and he probably was trying that on you, and somebody might like something else.
I'm vocal about stuff like that. It's very important to have that conversation. Like I said, especially if it's somebody I'm really feeling like, we gonna have a conversation so that moving forward we can know each other and know what each other like. Like, we not about to just brush that under the rug because it'll never happen again.
Damn. All right, so look. He admits to you that his penis is small, and he asks you, is that gonna be a problem?
It's not the best thing to have to deal with, but if you know how to use it, then
so have you run into a guy with like a super small penis?
Absolutely, but that was kind of like the end. It wasn't. Yeah, that was. No, it's not for me. I'm sorry. No. So
you just made him feel bad?
I didn't make him feel bad. It was no whole bunch of communication after that. It was just no. I appreciate the honesty, but yeah.
But he told you before you?
No. No. They found out in the moment.
Found out when you asked him. Like, that's it?
I was very disappointed.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
was the. But this was, I remember back then, this is somebody who talked heavy, so when it finally, I was like, wow, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It was, woo. And don't judge a book by its cover, because a guy can look like from the outside, you be like, he definitely gotta, you would be, but certain people, if you this big, tall, built, muscular, not like Shaq, but you got a nice weight to you. I will only imagine that weight transfers.
I don't really think that got nothing to do.
But it's just if you got a certain build.
That's a bad stigma.
I would just assume if you have a certain build that you're built all the way through. That's not always the case. So. I mean, you saw Type. Well, I would hope you didn't see what Type posted. I would never expect Type to have that.
You know, I watched the Breakfast Club. I remember Charlamagne. I don't know about Charlamagne, but he talking about some that. They was talking about that shit, but I did hear.
You never know. I wouldn't expect Type. I mean, it wasn't nothing crazy, but it was more than I would have expected from somebody that's
the best thing possible. when you don't expect it.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's something that's all linky.
That's what Mike Tyson said. It's the punch that hits you that you don't expect that knock you the fuck out.
Right.
Alright, so let's say he asks if you had like better sex in bed than him.
But who is like, if this is some.
Oh no, my fault. I asked it the wrong way. He asked if he was better than your ex.
Oh, I'm.
But your ex was better. So what you gonna do? But you like this guy.
I'm definitely gonna cap. I'm not gonna make you. Not when it comes to my ex. Like that's gonna make you
Gina. He said, Gina, who was better? He said, who was better?
If it's somebody I like and I'm really like fuck with, I'm definitely gonna care. I'm not gonna make you feel like that. But we gonna have, maybe we'll get there. But nah, I'm not gonna make you feel that bad. Now, if you somebody that's just, somebody I'm dating, it's not that serious, then yeah.
Random question: you ever asked a guy to take the condom off during sex?
Never asked him to take it off. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because if it's on, then it's on for a reason, so keep it on.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. You goofy.
Yeah. I just be trying to come up with different segments, different shit.
That was a good one though. What I get? 2 keeping 100s out of 3.
You cat though. You definitely cat.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna tell him like my.
So you gonna feed your man ego.
Yeah.
Ego can lead to a man's like detriment.
I mean, but that. If my ex was better, I'm not about to be like, yeah, he was. Like, that's ass.
All you doing is stroking his ego.
I mean, if it's that deep for you, that you
What's
feel
the corniest thing a nigga asks you why you was having sex?
The corniest things.
I know you remember it.
I really don't know. The corniest thing? Like, I don't know. The corniest thing somebody asked me? I don't know. I really don't. That's a hard one. What's the corniest thing somebody asked you? I don't know.
You making love to me. My dick got soft.
What?
Dick got soft.
She asked you what?
No, she just said.
Oh.
No, yeah, she did. She like, are you making love to me?
What kind of question is that?
Dick got super soft. I don't like that shit. I'm afraid of affection, man. I'm afraid of liking somebody.
Why?
It just is what it is. I don't know why. I got hurt before.
Okay. Oh my
so
God.
I'm really.
Then we all.
Listen.
That excuse is so old.
Men are really afraid of that shit.
Okay, well, y'all need a reason for people getting hurt and then can't take it when it happens to you.
You know why I'm ashamed of it though? Because I'm ashamed that person got control over me for this long.
That's when you gotta have your own self-control. Because why would you even feel like that? You shouldn't even have somebody feeling like they can have self-control over you.
But it's just like I'm afraid to trust anyone.
I mean, I can understand that. Trust.
I'm afraid to trust women when it comes to them being like super. Just with me and all that. That's why I'm the way I am.
What you mean? When
I've been like, just like when I've been with women. All right, so one time, it's just always fucked up. I liked this one girl when I was a young boy. My man wound up knocking her off. I had this girl when I was going to like this program or whatever, and we was talking. I really like this girl. Now my man, I invited her to a party. I didn't show up.
What? How you invite her to a party and you don't show up?
I ain't show up. She wound up. My man got her number. I didn't know this. Now her and I are dating, and she wound up fucking him. But
wait, why you always talking?
She had sex with me, and then she had sex with him. Like after me.
Did she know y'all was friends?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a hoe. What kind of women did you choosing?
I didn't think of her as that when I first met her. I was a kid.
Yeah, well, you was
I was 18 at the time. So all of this is childhood trauma.
Alright, but we not about to make it seem like it's something that's just so traumatic. Like, you ran into a hoe.
But all of that stuff
It makes you.
All of that stuff make you not trust women, which you experienced early on.
Yeah.
And let's say me as a 28-year-old man, if I open up to a woman and she do that type of stuff to me,
but
I would be like,
did you open up to that girl? Like, was y'all talking?
I liked her.
You liked her, so why did you have to feel like you had to trust her? Just
I still kept talking to her after she fucking.
Yeah, no, you can't. Just because you like somebody, you don't gotta look at everybody as, oh, this, I like her, so this gotta be somebody I trust.
18.
Yeah, well, you were 18 and you're 28, so you gotta have a different outlook on women.
But what I'm telling you is like that childhood trauma is like trickled down,
right.
and I feel like that's why I am how I am. Like, it's really hard for a girl to penetrate me.
Yeah, well, you gotta move with caution. And
how do you make a man trust you and love you?
I can't make you do anything. You can see how I am as a woman, and if you respect it and feel like this is somebody I can trust, that's your decision. I'm not about to make nobody, work to make somebody trust me. That gotta be something you want to do. Like, based off of the way you see me move, the way we interact, like, that's gonna be a decision you gotta make. So, I am, very much so. I've always been like that. No. When I'm with somebody, I'm with that person, but that's me as a woman. And that's a lot of that. I got a lot of regret for being like that as well, because it be making me think like, damn, well, I should have stooped down to your level and cheated. But that's just not the way. Yeah, like, it makes you want to do that. But at the same time, it's like, what am I getting out of doing that? I'd rather just leave you alone. So that's just me. Like, that's just how I am. That's how I move. Because I would never, first of all, you don't know who knows who. That's number one. And I'm not about to make my man be out here looking like a nut. Like, I'm just not. I'm not going to do it because I wouldn't want nobody to do that to me, and I know how that feels.
I hate niggas that do that.
Yeah, it's like,
don't come to me telling me what you heard about a girl just because I posted her, or just because you seen me with her. I don't post no girls, but just because you seen me with her, you don't gotta give me no information that I don't.
Right, everybody got a past. Everybody's a past, so it's weird. Like, it's very
niggas,
weird.
y'all gotta be secure enough to like a girl for who she is. Yo, you had a way worse past than her. Only thing I ask is, I can't fuck with a girl that got a train ran on her. I can't do what I'm saying.
That's a
you got a train
different type of female.
I'm cool.
Different type of.
I'll be right at the altar. Like, I was just listening to the what's my man name? Andre 3000 and them. He at the altar. He like, please don't do it, don't do it.
Oh yeah, Players Anthem.
Players Anthem.
That's my song.
Bro. They ran a train on me in 9th grade. I'm running off the altar. I'm running off the altar. Yeah, niggas ain't even gotta say don't do it, man. I'm out.
See, well, that's a no-go for you.
Don't make your nigga look crazy out here. If you got a man that's riding for you out here, yeah.
So yeah, what have you done?
Listen, I'm a very selfish person. Always been selfish my whole life. It could be girls that broke their back for me. I'm still gonna just do what I wanna do. It could be a girl that bailed me out of jail. I ain't had nobody else to call. If she do one thing wrong to me, you done.
That's not even like, is that real? Like, is that reality? You do one thing wrong, like what?
Like when it comes to money and shit like that, you do. You cross me when it comes to some cheese, I ain't fucking with you, but I'm just a selfish person. And I gotta get better with it. Yeah. I had to share my whole life. I got 3 brothers and sisters, so I had to share my whole life. And then when I started making some money, I had a kid and I got on child support.
Child support. So you can always come back to child support.
So I've been paying my whole life. And when I get out of debt, when I turn about 42, I'm still gonna be a young man out here. 42. I'm gonna have a girl that's 25.
What? Why does she gotta be 25?
That's just the age I see it at. I'm gonna be 42. I'm still gonna look very good. I don't talk to my dad, but I've seen pictures of him. He look good.
Okay.
Still got a hairline.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. And I'm gonna work out and all that shit. I'm gonna put the liquor down at 30. So
what you turned on 2 years?
2 years.
Okay.
We got this like the same fucking birthday. We like 8 days apart.
I thought you was like older though than me. You are. You 2 years older than me. Right.
The fuck
you trying to put me on some R. Kelly shit?
I'm just saying,
like, you older than me.
You're 2 years older. I don't know why I thought she was like, cause you always look old. Like, you don't look like, you look older.
When you met me, I had this, right?
Yeah. But you looked older then. You still look old.
So you like older men?
Not that I like older men, but.
Are you attractive to older? Are you attractive
if
to
it's
older
an attractive older guy, but I mean, not over 40 old.
Like 30s?
Yeah, that's not even.
When I met you, you was what? 21?
I don't know.
20?
Maybe like 22, 21. But yeah, older guys are cool, but
what's the difference? What's the difference in a younger guy and an older guy?
Well, I mean, it's a lot of differences. The maturity levels are different. That's always a good thing.
I hear a lot of women say that the maturity is the same because older guys do nut shit as well.
Well, it all depends on the person.
Okay.
I've met an older man that he carried it like his age. Like, he was very
mature. So he had
mature.
a nice little tenderoni on his hands.
He didn't have nothing on his hands because it wasn't that far. But we've engaged in conversations in the past, but it ain't never like go to that point. But it's just his conversation and like, his lifestyle and everything, it was different. It was very mature, as it should have been for his age. But it ain't go nowhere because it's just kind of weird. It's not about to be nothing long term for real because you're old. So yeah.
That's the only thing you have for me, right?
You said that's the only thing I have for you?
Yeah, you don't got any more questions?
No,
you can ask me anything.
I'm trying to think.
Take your time, because I can cut this out and just skip right to the questions.
Yeah, let me think. Oh, that's a good one. So do you think you would ever get married? Like, just thinking of how marriages are now and seeing people, like, do you think you would get married?
I don't believe in paperwork.
Okay.
As far as me signing my name on anything, I don't do that shit. I got questioned when I was 17, 18 for murder. I don't sign no paperwork. I'm not signing shit. So if you want me to sign this shit off, listen, you have a verbal agreement.
A verbal agreement.
You're going to be my wife. I'm not going to do this. I will love you to this and that.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you on my will.
Make vows. Yeah, okay.
You want to know it's real by like how I carry it.
Right.
That's all that matters. As far as like this stigma they done put on shit and the way this white man done passed this shit down and made you think that you got to get this big ring and all that. It's certain cultures that don't even believe in wedding rings. They don't even wear wedding rings. But we just everything is passed down. We gotta just come out of that shit. You gotta unbelieve everything you was taught.
Right.
Unteach yourself everything you was taught. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say 70% of that shit is cat. What we was taught. Like seriously. It's just bad. So I don't believe in marriage.
Too, once you sign, it's like it's more of a business versus
exactly. And you know how many marriages done fell because of finances? Yeah. Like, and that was one of my questions as well. Is like, would you take somebody serious? I'm not gonna like. Let's say if a girl that I dated right now and she follow my Instagram and she see I drink all the time, would you take a guy serious that has an addiction? That's an addiction.
I can't. That's just a level of stress.
And that's like a downfall.
Yeah, that's why you put that on yourself.
But I'm happy when I'm drinking.
Okay.
So
as long as you ain't out here slapping bitches and crazy, like, how some people don't know how to control their liquor. I mean,
I'm a nice guy. I've never been an abusive guy.
Well, I would hope so.
Would
you date a girl with an addiction?
No.
Okay.
Fuck no.
Because nowadays, people want other stuff now. Girls and guys. Like, it's different now.
These bitches on that shit.
It's different. It's very much different. So would you date? I feel like I seen this question the other day on Twitter. No, or was it on Philly School Pool? They was like, would you be more embarrassed at your kid if they had an OnlyFans or if they was in a gang? Or like, which one would make you more mad? If they was a gang member or they had an OnlyFans?
You know what's gonna break my heart?
What?
When my daughter have sex, period. Or just dating.
Well, that's gonna happen, so.
I know.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to prepare myself for it.
Yeah.
you just gotta make them be as honest with you as possible.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Would you be more mad at your child having an OnlyFans or being in a game?
First of all, I'll be embarrassed about both of them. Because what I'm instilling in these kids today, you don't gotta be no follower. Be yourself. That's a problem with everybody. I love my mom. Me and my mom game war all the time. But my mom kept me off the corner, yo.
Right. That's good.
She said, yo, when I turned like 14, 15, he want money. She put in every job application possible for me. That shit really come down to parenting. Because if not, I'm attracted to woman attracted to me. I gotta make some money. So with me, it's like, if they did that shit, it's like I fell. But I just instill just certain shit in my kids, man. It's like, just be yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas out here followers. That's why everybody telling out here, because you wasn't built like that. You ain't built like that, bro. If you was built like that, you wouldn't get in these rooms with these white men and squill. So.
That's facts. So you got what, 2 daughters, right? You have all girls. So do that change like your outlook on women having daughters? Or how you treat women? Because you wouldn't want your daughters to get treated the same way.
I remember if I had kids, a girl told me, I hope somebody do you how you, I hope somebody do your kids how you did me.
Oh, wow.
But they gonna have heartbreak. My whole thing is, I just want to be, like, they moms always come to me and say, you play with them too much. You too fun. But it's like, I don't want to be too aggressive to the point if something happened to them, they don't want to come tell me. You feel me?
Exactly.
Because I know how that shit go. I want to be the fun parent, but don't fuck with me neither. I just gotta put some bass in my voice to get scared. But as a parent, you gotta be open to your kids, like hear their opinions, all that type shit. Like, don't just think just because you paying the bill. That whole aspect of you just paying the bills and you run the house, that shit out. Once somebody turn really 10 to 12 years old, they building they shit up, so they got their own opinion now. And you gotta be willing. Most of these parents insecure.
That's true too.
They insecure. I can have a conversation with my kids. My kids can critique me. I'm not the best parent.
But do that change how you treat women though? Having girls? Like, do you look at other females like, damn, that's somebody's daughter too? Maybe I shouldn't make. Okay. Well. Because
these bitches ain't shit.
But everybody's not like that though.
I treat people accordingly.
I
treat people accordingly. If you come off to me like you that way, like, be honest. Since I've known you, how have I treated you?
Good.
Exactly.
We always been great.
So, but certain women might not have, like, you might meet somebody and then somebody else, like, y'all might talk or whatever. Man, he ain't shit. But you be like, no, he cool.
Right.
But y'all 2 different people. Like, I treated you that way because you came off that way.
Right.
That's what it is.
But it's like, even if you come across somebody that give you an energy to make you feel like you gotta act a certain way, like, why would you even want to deal with that type of person? Like, it takes so much more energy to treat somebody how they come off. Like, just don't deal with that type of person. That's wasted energy.
Sometimes you don't know how people are because they put on a
the mask comes off after a while. Yeah, that's true.
People put on a facade.
Well, you realize today.
That's why these masks are like very important right now. Because it's physical now. Like, niggas can look at a fat ass and all that, and then you got that mask on. Let me see that. Bitch teeth popping out her mouth. Bitch ain't never been in a dentist in her life. Parents ain't never had health insurance. Man, listen, we gonna wrap it up, yo. I'm drunk.
Oh no! And what time is it? Like 5 o'clock yet?
I'm gonna sleep.
It's 4:40.
I'm gonna sleep.
It's about to be dark though, anyway, so it don't matter.
Ain't that bad?
It get dark.
DA got that